It's the Portland Riverhogs taking on the Houston Gunners.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Pacific Northwest and the bustling city of Portland, Oregon. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here between the Houston Gunners and the Portland Riverhogs. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Portland team entering play. They come in off the very rare tie a game ago.
It'll be interesting to see.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from the City of Roses. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And it'll be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers for him from a week ago: 14 carries, 64 yards.
You know he's proud of his standing as the league's number 3 rusher, and those linemen in front of him, they're just as proud, but they all have the same goal in mind. Get him to number 1 in the league and celebrate a rushing title at the end of the year. That starts with a good game here.
In trouble, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now back to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Gunners march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance at the man under center at 6'5". He always demands attention.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case,
You got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3rd and 2. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
You know, it was tough for them to stand on the sidelines and watch the other team take it downfield and score, wasn't it? So they knew when they got on the field, it's on them. Pick up first downs, get downfield and score. How about them picking up that 3rd and short?
I was just going to say, you and I were talking before the game, those 3rd down conversions are going to be huge in this one. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
That's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Back to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will stay at a 7-point game. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
A good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it, and he fires one incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive,
It's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. For those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Gunners have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Hands it off out of the gun. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 11 more on that one and another first down. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Houston's offense taking over again. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
They almost push them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll set up a throw.
This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return.
Portland's offense now about set to take over.
They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
3rd and 3.
They'll drop to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Now Brown. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And now out comes Houston. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now 2nd and 9.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. Now 3rd down and 7. As they've got it as we resume action.
Pressure comes and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
A good scheme and an early win for this pass rush. They got back there before he could work through his entire progression and ended that play early.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. They juked him. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return.
Portland's offense now about set to take over.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 1. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Second and 9 now. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
With it is Brown. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
It's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. And they'll start with great field position, trying to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
He'll drop to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Bobby Okereke.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point attempt to come here.
And it is now 21-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Portland's offense now about set to take over. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Bush. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards down to the 13.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. That's to Schoonmaker, the tight end. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this one is right through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
Houston set to take over. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul, but the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. And that last throw is going to put him over the top. Boy, did you think we'd ever see this? He's over 5,000 yards passing now in this, his rookie season in the NFL. Incredible.
Well, we have seen a trend of college quarterbacks who threw the ball well on Saturdays come right into the league and play well in the NFL. But this type of a number, I'm not sure we could have imagined it. We're watching something really special here.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens, because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their...
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line.
Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
2nd down and 4.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports Halftime Report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. And it's the Panthers who are out in front. It's Bryce Young with a good day throwing it. 3 touchdown passes there. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a throw here, hauled in. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 40 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise that it was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now this is going to be a quarterback draw. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. The 20, 5, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. 42 yards. And the Riverhogs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the 1st half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the 2nd half, that got done.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And they were terrific in the 1st half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points. That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the 1st half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Man, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here comes third and the length of the football. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. One, but incomplete. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Houston. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Portland's offense now about set to take over. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Dexter Lawrence, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
And they'll bring him down right around the 13. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Gunners have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. That's into a crowd and intercepted.
And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Gunners will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Portland's offense now about set to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back to throw now on first down. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Now here's a throw that's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he's going to break about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll look to throw again. It's caught. Tolbert. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And incomplete. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That one goes for 8 yards.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. Yeah, he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And they were looking to set up the screen, but that's going to be incomplete. Almost wound up going the other way. Well covered defensively, and it'll bring up 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Carlos Basham getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
That is caught. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Riverhogs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback, but, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead, but at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And able to get this out to the 25. Houston's offense take it over again. Not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time. But they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
48 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On second down, they'll run it here.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Houston, they get an important win here to move to 11-5 on the year. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.